Sup, guys. Ryu here for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Welcome to Stock Market. Your weekly Thursday price guide video. We're staying consistent as hell. Now, before this video gets completely started, we're going to start off with the Megatin stuff, the most important stuff from the Megatins. And if I am dumb and forget something or just don't know about it, leave it in the comment section so next week I can definitely cover it as I typically do. So, first off, before we 100% move on to everything, thank you so much for the incredible support last week's stock market. I'm not even going to say let's do it again because I know you guys are just going to enjoy the video regardless, and that's all that matters. So, starting with Solemn Strike, because that is probably the one that people are having their eyes on the most, it's $22.89. All these prices from the Megatins are subject to change to go lower. I don't see them going higher, I see them going lower. And the reason I say that is because there's not enough in the market right now for people to buy. So that's kind of the thing. Not everyone has received their Megatins as of yet. So just keep that in mind. $22.89 Solemn Strike to kick us off this week. Cyber Dragon Infinity, I know people still want it. $13.89. That is some good, fun level stuff, cheap-wise. Magispectre Raccoon, only $11.39. You can't go wrong with that, man. You can't. Painful Decisions, $8 a piece. It feels good from these Megatins. Then we get to Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. It's a pre-sale for this one. It's $8, but there's one above it that you could buy right now for $8.50. So that's incredibly cheap considering it was $20 last week. Also, not to plug my own shit, but if you guys are curious about everything that's in the Megatins, I did a video yesterday covering it. If you would like, I'll link it to you because Blackstone Legends not in there, but will most likely be in the Legendary Decks 2, which has a Joey focus deck and already has confirmed some of the Red Eye stuff, just hasn't confirmed Blackstone. So, most likely, we'll see our reprint there. Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit from the tin is only going to run you $3.45 on eBay. So, that is pretty cheap. I'm just trying to see if there is any. Here we go. Gold Series are still around $8, and that's pretty much going to leave the originals to what they originally were at. Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, $10.99 pre-order or $12.49 right now. This is probably going to drop as more people pull it out. Galaxy Cyclone, $3.89 this week on eBay, only $4. So if you have a deck that can utilize it and you prefer running this instead of Twin Twister, go for it. Jar of Avarice, $5.49 this week on eBay. I still like this card. We're probably going to bring it up on Tech Tuesday one of these upcoming weeks. Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon, $7.39, was originally like $20. Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, $6.89. Odd Eyes Fusion, $10. $10 down from $30. You get what I'm saying? And then Traptrix Reflexia, I cannot pronounce it, that's why you just hear me say Traptrix Exceed, is $5.89 this week on eBay. Brilliant Fusion, $4.39. My God, I didn't think we'd see Brilliant Fusion that low. Given that was like $10 to $15, but hey, $4.39 for Brilliant Fusion, start slamming that shit in every single deck you possibly can that can make use of it. Twin Twisters, $7.31. Probably the card that dropped the least is this here, mainly because of the simple fact that, hey, you know, it's probably harder to pull out than most of the secret rares, and there's still a high demand for it. So, I mean, it's still cheaper than $10, so, but that's a pre-sale. You can get one right now for $7.39, so it's still not bad at all. This is actually in the Megatins. I can confirm it from pulling it out myself. It's $4 this week on eBay, so if you're a DDD player and you need this, I'm not even sure if it's coming in the structure deck, to be completely fair. $4. You can't go wrong. You're going to play DDDs, you want to run, $4. I can't seem to find any listings for Phantom Knight's Fog Blade, which has gone up to $12.50 to like $13 for one. And I go here, and then it still doesn't give me any listings, so it's about 10 to $13, sometimes even higher, but couldn't find any listings. Sorry to disappoint. Speedroid Terror Top, $10 this week on eBay again. That is the lowest you will find it. It probably was a little bit higher last week because of the hype that Phantom Knights are still alive and they're an amazing deck, as I said. Lore of Darkness, $7.61. It's still around the same price as it was last week, but that's for the common. For the super, it's still going to run you $10.99, which I still think is a better value. That's just personally me. And the Ultras will run you $20. Sorry, I just said 10. I was about to say $10 more. 20 this week to 25. So those are your values. Laboratory Dragon was $15 last week, but it started a little bit of a decrease at $9. That's still pretty pricey for a super rare, but to be fair, to be absolutely fair, it has not gotten a reprint. And it is a good card. Obviously, I'm using Chaos Dragon, so I know what I'm talking about. Card Demise, $17.99. It started to balance itself because there's not really a lot of demand for it. So if there's not a lot of demand for something, it's going to jump in price. If it's not a lot of demand, it's going to drop in price. If there's tons of demand, it will increase in price. That's how it works. Thunder King Ryo, common, $1.82. Gold Series could probably, if we scroll down, we'll find us a Gold Series one for $2.87. Thunder King Ryo for the secret rare is going to run you $9 to $9.45. We're starting to see that decrease because, again, just not a lot of demand. The ultimates were still around $40 this week on eBay. So if you want the ultimate rare, obviously it's going to cost you a nice little penny. Cypher Dragon. Probably the most expensive card out of Dragons of Legend Unleashed, $7.75 to $8.25. It has decreased dramatically, considering it was $20 on launch, and obviously it's a lot lower now. Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, $25. Buy them up now, even if it seems crazy. Once we get ABC, this is probably going to go up to at least $35, $40, if not $50, because it is a devastating card to that deck. And they can run Cypher and Lord Omega to put it back in, but that's a whole nother thing we'll talk about at a later time. Bujin Tsukiyomi, or Bujitkin, I don't know the pronunciation, I just call it Tsukiyomi. It's $5 mainly because of ABC, in case you're wondering why it's $5, that's mainly why. Effect Valor is still at $4 for common. Misspoke there a little. Maxis are still $9.19. Good job, Konami. You didn't drop the price. Cosmo Dark Lady, $6.99. If you're playing Cosmos, hey. Cosmo Dark Planet actually up $1 this week at $4.25. What you know about that? Soul Charge. This is the ultra rare one. Is actually the lowest at $1.46, which is kind of ironic that the ultras are the lower end ones. I think the supers are a little bit more. No, the commons are actually more money. That's hilarious. It's only like 30 cents more, but still, it's still funny at the end of the day. It's like ironic. You would figure the ultra, the highest rarity, would be the most expensive one, but it's not. It's like $1.46. So if you want that ultra rare one, you can get it for pretty cheap. I have Demise. I know how many people wanted this card for the longest of time. $5.25. So good to see it at that price. Mountain of the Bound Creator, you can get an entire playset for $1. Not even kidding. Curry Bandit, same situation. Entire playset for $1. Night Express Knight, $1.59. Train Shadol, or just trains, $1.59. Tin Goldfish, Star Pack Edition, is around like $6. You want that super rare? That's around 6 to 7-ish. You want the DT? That's gonna run you $7.08. So I'm trying to get every rarity in there. You want the Hidden Arsenal 7 super rare? $7.35 and up. Mainly because Bahamut Shark, which we're going to go over hopefully today, in case I don't forget. If I do forget, put it in the comment section. I'll go over it next week. Alloy of Justice Cycle Reader, because people want to use it against Blue Eyes. I still think Light Imprisoning Mirror is 10 times better, but that's just my personal thing. I get why people like this, because when they go to Gospel Revival, you drop it, and you banish out the dragon, and then they get fucked. See? I understand why. $8.50 for this card. So if you have them, you're not using them, sell them. Sell them now. Make some extra cash. Geargian X. Secret Rare Edition. Because the Super Rare is like $2. The Secret Rare Edition, $8 to $8.40. So none really too expensive there. Cosmojo, $8.70. A little increase. A little bit. Transmodify is $10 this week on eBay. So if you haven't picked up your Transmodifies and you want to run in ABC, there you go. It's a fun little combo, but not always the most consistent thing. MX Saber and Volker, $15.99. Hoot Cake, $1.82. Madolche Queen Tiramisu, $1. Madolche Mageline, $10 8 cents. Why am I going over Madolche stuff? Well, at Worlds, the deck was played, so I'm keeping an eye on the Madolche stuff, as I know you guys care. Dark Renewal, $9.50, and Pot of Desires at $53.50. I have to still go over Angeli. That's one I missed. Rip me. But $43.50 for that Pot of Desires. Okay, Angeli, because I don't want to forget going over Angeli. $5. I think she went up a little bit. I may be completely off. Light Imprising Mirror, $1.82, but that's moderately played. If you want lightly played, it's $1.96. If you want mint as all hell, it's $2.05. So if you want that minty Light Imprising Mirror, it's going to run you $2.05. And honestly, I think it's a better card than the other one. But, I mean, it could be Twin Twist, so that's the thing. Coral Dragon looks to be going up $1.45, because I remember him being at 10, but he's only $11.45. I'll say it again. If you have a Synchro deck and you could bust out a level 6, he's the best one you can go for, so you definitely want to use him. Nirvana High Paladin, $8.65 to $8.75. And then we get to Galaxy Cyclone at $12.20, so it's still not expensive at all. Shirayui Solitaire went up $1 since last week, just $1. It's went up $1 from last week. Silver and Gold Gadget, $1.90 each this week on eBay. Knight and Sorcerer, $14.50 to $15 a piece. There is no more $8 for him. Rip. Then, of course, Machine Duplication, if you want heavily played, is $10. If you want the regular, it's $15.25 on eBay. Evil Swarm Ophion, $6.50. The price decreases are real this week here on Stock Market. Frog the Jam, $6.15. Let's say Frog Monarch, $6.15 to $7.49. Basically use it for Painful Decision. That's a thing, apparently. Melody of Awakening Dragon, common in hand, $6.85. But if you're looking for that hollow edition, that beautiful super rare, it's going to run you $7.39 from what? The Megatons. So it's not expensive at all anymore. Cyframe Lord Omega, $42.37 to $44.50 this week on eBay. So if you haven't picked up your Cyframe Lord Omega, well, I would probably tell you to hold off on it till it gets reprinted in Gold Series, but if you really just need one, just go for it, pretty much, and don't regret it. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, $34.50 to $35 this week on eBay. So if you haven't picked up your Crystal Wing, pick it up before it goes back up to $40 or even higher. Just saying. Mermel Abystress, $8.30 with $2.45 chip. $14.50, pretty much the most expensive Mermail card. This is the one that Konami really does need to reprint, because all the other Mermail stuff is pretty cheap. This is the only thing that really marks up the deck in price. Then we have Blackstone Legend, which is not, I repeat, it is not in the Megatins. It is $34.63 to $37.93. I'm sorry, wait, my numbers are off. $32.99 with $2.95 to ship, putting around $36, $37. We'll probably see it in Legendary Decks number 2, which we'll talk about later on. The Phantom Knights, a Break Sword, $40 this week. Was $25 like a week and a half ago, so but I mean, I figured everyone pretty much thought Phantom Knights were going to get hit, and they didn't. And Burning Abyss got a tap on the wrist, so there's that. Jiaotu Darkness of the Ying Zing, $12.19. Chuin Light of the Ying Zing, $8.38. And then basically Treasure of the Ying Zing, let's just call it that way so we don't have to listen to Ryu butcher things. $7.50 to $8.45 this week on eBay. Get yours now if you haven't and you need it. Swap Frog, the common, $3.50. If you have them, unload them. Hey, look, I know it's not tons of money, but it adds up, okay? Return of the Dragon Lord, $5.99 this week on eBay. Galaxy Soldier up to $20. 9 the Megatons. 9 Dragons of Legend Unleashed. Has not gotten its reprint. We're seeing it spike. $20. If you have them, you don't need them, unload. Unload. Drowning Mirror Force, $13.25. Pretty much going to stay there until it gets reprinted. Quaking Mirror Force, $9.65 to $9.75. I did say this should have been in the Megatons, but it's not. Now, given it's not super expensive because it's only $10, but still, when you need multiple Quaking Mirror Forces and we see the price rise, that's a totally different case. We'll probably see it in Gold Series. 2017, needless to say. Cleefort Monolith 3136. It never got a reprint, and Cleeforts went untouched because of card demise. So, unless you call them Floodgate.deck. Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, $2.37. I said it for weeks. I said it for months that this card was coming ultra rare, and people just bought it for 25 bucks. And honestly, I don't feel bad because I said it numerous times. But $2.37 this week on eBay instead of 25, which is beautiful. But all the other Blue Eye stuff, no, forget it. It's still up there. Sage with the Eyes of Blue is 20 bucks. And then we get to Whitestone of the Ancients at $15.95, $2.75 to ship. That's going to put it at $18.70 something cents because Ryu's math is terrible, probably like 80 cents. Then, of course, there's this stone, which you can run and set. No, in all seriousness, I just put in Stone of the Ancients, and it popped up so I can get the lowest prices for the Whitestone of Ancients. Anti-Spell Fragrance, $9 this week. That's for the rare. If you're looking for anything a higher rarity, it's probably going to run you a lot more. I can't control it. In case you guys can hear it, I can't control that dog. That ain't my dog. Someone's dog is like outside barking its butt off, but just... if you hear it, I'm sorry. Just ignore it. Dragon Spirit of White, $9.45 this week on eBay. Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon from the Megatins, because I did say I went over everything for the Megatins, but I did not because I forgot to go over this. So before I ended off stock market, I decided to go over it. Logic, $5.85 this week on eBay, but there's two more cards to go over. Cyber Angel Benton, $5, not 10, 5 now. Because people don't need it. There you go. Oh, it just sold. Not my listing. So $8. See, I try to be accurate and keep up on prices for you guys, so I try my best. But sometimes I do need your help. So if there's something that has gone up and I didn't realize it went up because I can't go over every single of the 10,000 cards, and you guys are great when it comes to going over it, make sure to tell me in the comment section down below. And that way next week I can cover it, and if need be, I make a stock market alert so that way I get the info out even sooner, because, you know, the more you guys help for the channel, the more I'm able to help the community. That's just how it is. You guys are the best, and it means the world to me that even when I'm exhausted as I am now and I put in as much effort as I can to this video, you guys will enjoy it, and that to me is the most important thing. I do want to end off the stock market saying, I did not sleep last night, so if I screwed anything up, just forgive me this one time, because I was in the ER all night because of my spine. I suffered a minor spinal injury, but I'm okay for the most part. But I'm going to still be pumping out videos every single day. I'm going to try to make as many two per day videos as I possibly can, and get out the content to you guys that I've been promising. Because I know that Dark Magician deck profile isn't going to make itself, but I'm so swamped in just updating certain decks because of the new ban list. And ABC will be probably dropping out Tuesday for those of you guys asking. But you guys mean the world to me, and I just wanted to say thank you. Now, anyway, I'm going to go get some sleep and put this to the render. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you later.